Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Hey, guys, my name is Albert Corey, and another edition of the Taxman Show, where we show you simple and easy ways to increase your profits with less capital and stress. Well, today you're going to meet Mr. Shiraz. You know, Shiraz is another one of my tips. I always say when you hang out at events, good things will start to happen. And because we show up all the time, funny thing, Mr. Shiraz, you know, now we are like buddies. Seems like every Zoom, doesn't matter, Speakers Playhouse, Mentor Studios, wherever I go, we see each other. We're like neighbors in the Zoom box, all because we showed up that one time. Second tip I will teach everybody today is when somebody says, hey, I got a calendar link, click for an appointment, you need to do it. Now, Mr. Shiraz, how you doing? I think I did a pretty cool introduction. Please tell your name again and what you do.
Thanks, Albert. Thanks for having me on. It's Shiraz, and I call myself a reality interventionist. So I've discovered a lot of people are actually addicted to the current reality they're in, and they're completely unaware of that. So that when you try to change your life, try to make more money, try to get into better moods, try to do whatever, you actually go into physical withdrawal of the old situation. And that's why people get there and then slide back to where they were. So I help people realize you're going through withdrawal and then get you through that so that the new state, more money, happier times, more possibilities and profit, that locks in and stays there.
So if I was to make up something here. So you're pretty much, we get you in the state to achieve great in my world, because I talk in one syllable bites, more than 3 syllables. Okay, I'll get lost. So 2 syllable bites, we make sure your mind is on the right track. You get them on the train or the expressway of the right train or the right airplane to success and to whatever you want. Correct?
Yes.
You pilot them to success. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's good.
We get you on the right plane to success. very, very cool. So, Mr. Shiraz, how did you get into this?
For me, it was a personal journey. And it was about just trying to get out there and do the right thing, the big thing, the thing that was expected of me. And it started back when I was in university. I was studying molecular genetics to become a doctor because everyone expected me to become a doctor because my dad was a doctor. I had all these uncles that were doctors. My mom was a nurse. And so that's just the journey that I was supposed to be on. And when I was about 22 years old, and all of a sudden I started feeling pain and I didn't know what was going on. And we found out it was rheumatoid arthritis. And it got intense very, very quickly. So within months, when I was walking, it felt like my bones were grinding together on my ankles as I'm trying to walk. And eventually it hit so many different places in my body that there would be nights where I would sip my dinner through a straw because my jaw was so swollen and painful. Yeah.
Sorry about the face.
It's all right. And another thing is, a lot of people don't go through this kind of physical pain, but if you've ever been in a situation where you've got the plan laid out for your life, this is what I'm going to do. And then out of nowhere, bam, it's gone. And you're just left scrambling. Right? That's the state I was in emotionally. It's just like, what am I supposed to do now? Right? Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? So there was anger, there was frustration, there was despair at times. Sometimes there was just like self-judgment and self-pity. And as I went through it, I learned to live with the arthritis, but then I was trying to get out of it. So I was trying medication, right? And don't, with medication, those child-proof caps for arthritic medicine, it's ridiculous. Who thought of that? There was supplements, there was diet. I tried like yoga and acupuncture. There was someone said
in the end, a lot of this. It's funny when I was coming back. I had to everything is everything's for a reason and purpose.
Yeah.
I'm driving back from Palm Beach to Miami, which is an hour drive. And guess I'm listening to Tony Robinson YouTube. Right. And that's what he was talking about. Everything's a mind state, that if you put your mind in the right state, you're going to you'll get things better on track.
Yeah. And this was a big thing, because I was trying to fix the physical, not the mental. Right. No one told me that that's what the problem is.
By the way, they still don't. When you say they still don't. I have a crazy question for you. Because I make things fun and exciting. Okay. Part of my fun exciting is you live in Canada, Toronto, right? Are you a winter sports? Just because when I think of Canada, are you a winter sports guy? No. Winter, I either hibernate in the house or I head someplace warm where there's a beach. Yes. So in other words, during the winter, you make sure you leave. Oh, now you can. Before you couldn't, because of the way Canada was during COVID. So now you make sure you come down to the southern, either Mexico or go to Florida, right, or Southern Cal, but not stay in Toronto in January. No, not. I don't blame you. Well, it's funny because Toronto actually has interconnected like hallways and shops and stuff underneath the main city, so you can actually spend the entire winter in Toronto underground and never have to come up and go to everything. Well, that's because it's so cold, dude. I mean, I live in Florida and right now Miami, and it was raining like doo-doo a couple of minutes ago. Right. Mm-hmm. But in Toronto, and it gets so cold up in Canada, who would really want to go dress shopping? I think what I'm going to tell you. If you have to go clothes shopping or go to the mall or go something like that, if it's sub-zero, how are you going to care? I mean, you still got to go to your car eventually, but it's not enjoyable if you have to go, like in the old days, like a strip mall, and you have to go store to store, and it's like 3 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And, now the only thing you got to do is run to your car. And even then, if you valet park it, you don't even have to do that. Well, the other thing is, if you live in Canada and it's 3 degrees Fahrenheit, when you go out, you're just like, oh, it's 3 degrees. You don't think, oh my God, it's so cold. It's like, well, this is just winter. This is just what I do. Okay.
In the midst of a global crisis, with billions of businesses shutting down, stands one man who has the skills to save your bills. He's on a mission to let businesses know how they can grow. He'll take on your taxes, increase your cash flow, and coach you to success. Albert Corey is the Taxman. Contact Albert Taxman Corey for a free consultation today.
So now, what do you like to do when you're not like helping change the world?
I love to travel.
Cool.
I do.
What's your favorite? I know you were in Orlando with my good buddy Angel. And by the way, you know what else? Now that I saw that picture, you realize, as I always like to say, and tell me, you're the mind guy. Tell me, really only one person away. Remember what's the saying? You're 3 degrees of separation.
6.
3. I am. But guess what? We are, because remember, we know each other through 2 ways. So you really are only 6 degrees. So you definitely follow my thinking that you got to go out and meet people, because at the end of the day, we still live in a very small world, right? And most of the time you'll find some kind of connection.
Yeah, actually, this weekend, although Prince has passed, we were at an event where Prince's lead guitarist was there, and got to meet her. So I'm like, wow, it was like 1 degree away from Prince. I didn't expect that.
There you go. Okay. So why do you think people get so stuck? I mean, your thing is to unstuck people. Yep.
So it's like I was saying, I was ill, and I found out that the reason I was ill was because I thought I had to be responsible for everyone.
Okay.
Right. And when I found out I didn't have to be responsible for everyone, the arthritis went away overnight. And this is what happens with a lot of people, is you think you have to do something. You think you have to work hard. And I'm not saying stop working hard, but if you have to work hard, there's no other choice. And so all you do is work hard. But if you can work hard, then you work hard sometimes, you take it easy sometimes, you work medium. There's all these things, but you get locked into these patterns. And so when you're trying to avoid what it's called emotional distress, and you don't even realize you're doing it, you limit your income, you limit your fun, you limit your possibilities. And this is the hardest part for people. It's like me. I didn't know my problem was emotional, that I feel guilty if I wasn't responsible for people. But if, say, you're trying to make money and you hit the ceiling and you're like, why am I not hitting the ceiling? And then I'll start asking you questions. You can ask these same questions. Well, if you make a lot more money, is any part of you worried that people are going to come up? Can I have some? Can you invest in my project? You have to make sure you give it to the family. Like if you have an emotional reaction to me asking those questions, you're actually limiting your income and you don't even know it.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So now in simple, because like I said, I don't want everybody's time is valuable.
Yep.
Now, what are 3 things you can teach me, right? In like 45 seconds, these will eventually be put into YouTube shorts. So I'm going to say question 1, question 2, and then question 3.
Okay.
Question number 1, what's one of the things you can teach me? Or tips, sorry, let me rephrase that.
Yep.
Tips for success.
Okay. Whenever you have a consistent problem coming up in your life, instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Or even, how do I solve this? Ask, what am I getting out of this? What is the benefit I'm not seeing? And that can actually bring up an answer that you go, oh, if I worked really hard, people will see how hard I work. And then I feel like I deserve what I get. And I feel proud and they admire me. And that just causes you to work really, really hard for no reason. Right? So that's one.
Second one.
Number 2 is, remember that when you change your status, your mood, whatever it is, you're going to go through a period of withdrawal. And so sometimes people think, I had it and I lost it. Oh, I suck. But no, that's just the withdrawal period. So you're going to get it and lose it. You're going to get it again. You're going to lose it and get used to it until eventually you'll just have it. And because at that point, you're over the withdrawal and you're good.
Number 3.
All right. Number 3, in order to create what you want, you've got to be able to focus on that for about 30 seconds at a time. And most people have an attention span of less than 7 seconds. So you've actually got to train your mental muscles to focus on a single thing for 30 seconds or more to get that thing to start to, like in terms of law of attractions, manifest. But in terms of just the physical, to train your brain, to get the neurons built that this is what I'm going to do and this is my life.
I need to do that one because I get not distracted. I get tangent off very easy. Okay. Yeah. First of all, thank you for today. Give us one little parting thought that you want to tell everybody. And then I will ask you how they can get a hold of you to work with you.
Be happy, have fun, be playful. Most people are taking life too seriously, and that energy of happiness, it's actually healthy for you. It attracts other people to you, and it actually can increase your bottom line. Somehow, happiness just makes you make more money.
Can I make you laugh at that line? You ever heard me talk, right? That's my thing. Instant profit activators, right? Simple accounting and marketing to increase your bottom line. Rock your bottom. Dude, that's a connection phrase, son. I like that. That's you and me connecting. That's increasing your bottom line. You see, touch me that way. Sorry, just assume that I'm like trying to figure. Okay,
there it is.
All right.
Okay.
Now, our parting shot would be: how can you get a hold of us? How they can get of you, and what is your free gift?
You can go to shirazshifts.com, and there you can just learn more about me, but also book a session to find out what your biggest block is. I will work with you, and you'll realize it's something you never thought of, and that's what's keeping you from going to that next level of your income.
Thank you, Mr. Shiraz. That's the end of our show. Like I always say, if you're watching this, first of all, thank you, Shiraz, for showing up, for taking your time to help people. This is going to be on many channels. Wherever you're watching that, I always say, sharing is caring. And if you want more systems and processes to take your things to the next level, all you got to do is text Taxman to 26786. That's Taxman to 26786. And we'll talk to everybody soon. Sharing is caring. Bye-bye.
Bye.